Good morning, Gene. How are you?
I'm deliriously happy. Thank you.
It is so nice to have you here with us this morning at iHollywood TV. So, you guys, I'm talking with Gene Simmons, the international rock legend and co founder of KISS, America's #1 gold record award winning group of all time in all categories. But he's here today to talk about the new Gene Simmons G Square Thunderbird bass. He has partnered with Gibson guitars. So, Gene, what intrigued you about creating a partnership with Gibson? Like, how did this come about?
Well, our relationship goes all the way back to the mid 70s, the
Mm-hmm.
1870s. You see what I did there?
Right.
And I started using Gibson's, really the first commercial instrument after I made my own basses. So KISS launched in 1973, 74, and I didn't like
Mm-hmm.
what was on sale. So I literally made my own bass with twin horns and a fully extended clear neck so I could reach the high notes and play harmonies with the guitar. So the other guitar would go, and that was not perfect harmony, but you get the idea. And so, because a lot of the instruments have their bodies
Mm-hmm.
covering the frets on the guitar, they actually go that far. And so then in the following years, I made my own musical instruments, the Gene Simmons Punisher and the Axe, and sold them. You know, fans have bought them. And then I
Right.
connected with Cesar, who's the brand manager at Gibson, and we connected. We had a point of view about, hey, let's take Gibson, the classic and iconic brand, and notch it up. So you're seeing the culmination, which is a big word like
Mm-hmm.
gymnasium. This baby right here is about to play the stadiums of South America and around the world, including Europe, Australia, and all that.
Oh,
And
wow.
it'll make your chest cavity rumble. Now, what you've got here, I don't want to go through all the technical stuff, but it has to do with the
Mm-hmm.
mathematics of where the bridge is connecting to the neck and how many frets there are, how far away it is, and where you put the pickups. That's a pickup, it's another pickup, where you put that, and the quality of the wood. And those are the variables that make something spectacular. Now, erase, roll back the tape, erase everything I say, and the shortcut headline is go down to your music retailer, Guitar Center, or someplace else,
Mm-hmm.
and plug in that baby. You may not be a rock star, but I'll make you feel like one.
Now, the G Squared Thunderbird bass is the first release in a limited edition, but what were your specifications for creating the guitar and putting your name on it?
There's a simple idea, it's got to be better than the rest. Why would you
Mm-hmm.
enter a contest? Because life is a contest. Why would you enter the Olympics when there are other runners right beside you, unless your intention is, I'm going to be the best. I'm going to run faster, lift more,
Right.
do that. So that's what it's about. So I offer a challenge. Go to a music store, plug in this baby, plug anything else in, and see if they come close to the
Wow.
G squared, G with a small two, just like in math class.
Now, the G Squared is ebony and can be customized with either silver or red components, but Gene, which appeals most to you personally?
Well, the look is all subjective. Some people
Uh huh.
like the reddish kind of thing. Some people like black, and
Right.
it ain't what that's about. Initially, uh, you may like the look of it. The important thing to understand is whatever you plug in that's got my name and Gibson's name on it is going to be the best in the market,
Right.
plain and simple.
You know, I'm so excited and happy for you about your partnership with Gibson Guitars, and I'm so glad that we're speaking more about it with our audience this morning. But, I do want to ask you, are there any other guitars that you'll be designing and releasing with Gibson in the near future?
Well, yes, we are. We talked about putting out a double neck, so
Mm-hmm.
guitar and bass with the same body. So you can switch with a toggle, just flip a switch, and all of a sudden you're playing guitar and flick the switch, and then you do the bass thing. Um, we've been talking about a flying V version of this, but all in due time. The first generation are going to be these babies, the G squared
Right.
ones, and in due time, shortly, you're going to get the other fun stuff. Once you guys
Uh-huh.
buy tons of these, then we'll give you more stuff to buy because that's what life's about.
Absolutely.
Women understand this. Women understand this. They go shopping every day for things
Right.
they don't even
Uh,
know they're shopping for.
Now, Gene, have you had the opportunity yet to use the G Square Thunderbird in performances with Kiss?
The first place I used this baby was New Year's Eve in
Mm-hmm.
Dubai, where Kiss was invited by Emirates and Dubai, which is a fantastic place. And we played New Year's
Yeah.
Eve 2020, and it was the largest fireworks pyro display of all time. It went into the Guinness Book of Records, and the
Wow.
few thousand people that were there at a safe distance uh, dwarfed the hundreds of millions of people that saw it streamed around the world.
Mm-hmm.
And so after we played 2020, we took time off because the pandemic was just destroying life as we know it on Earth. And since then,
Yeah.
unfortunately, 1 million people have passed away because of this dreaded pandemic. So we
Mm.
still have to be safe, still have to be cautious. But within 2 days, we're going to be outdoors, which is a safer environment, and playing to 50 to 100,000 people in South America, up and down, then Europe,
Mm-hmm.
Australia, Japan, and this baby's coming along with me.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, Gene, as we're talking about COVID-19, the pandemic has been going on for 2 years now. Cases are at the all-time low, which is incredible to see. We're seeing some light at the end of the tunnel. But how has COVID-19 affected you and the other guys from KISS? Because a lot of musicians and artists, they were not able to perform in front of a live audience for 2 years, and now everything's getting back to a little bit of normalcy.
Look, I've always been a safe guy. I've never been run over by a car. But then whenever I get to the street corner, I do what I was taught, which is look both ways, cross at the green, not in between, and all that stuff. So the cars never hit me. Surprise! So the pandemic is the same thing. You got to get a flu shot, you got a wombat shot. If you go to school, you get all
Mm-hmm.
kinds of the polio shot, all kinds of shots, which may
Right.
not be life threatening. The pandemic and COVID could be life threatening, especially if you have
Mm-hmm.
predisposed other diseases. You could die. 1 million Americans have died. Close to 10 million worldwide have died because of this.
Mm.
I know the conspiracy idiots are telling you that it's not true. It is. So I've got vaccinated twice, then had a booster, and I'm about to get another boost. And this is going to be a fact
Mm-hmm.
of life. Every year I go and get my flu vaccine, I get shots because even though flu might not be life threatening, I don't want to deal with the headaches and stuff. As a
Yeah.
statement of fact, I did get COVID. We got off tour
Oh.
because all of us are vaccinated. And even though I was vaccinated, you can get COVID. However, as a
Mm.
factoid, I had zero symptoms because of the vaccine. So I didn't have runny
Right.
nose, I didn't get backaches. In fact, my appetite went up and I gained a few
Uh-huh.
pounds. But that's what happens when you have a vaccine. Sit in your car. The
Yeah.
law is you must wear a seatbelt. That's not going to prevent an accident from happening, but it may prevent you from having to buy a new face when it crashes into your windshield. A vaccine
That's right.
may not prevent you from getting COVID, but maybe it'll prevent
Mm-hmm.
you from having to be in a hospital and have a tube go up your ass. Now, of course, some people like that sort of thing, so I don't want to.
Uh,
And usually I don't tell people what to do. But it is
right.
an issue.
Mm-hmm.
It is an issue if your personal decision affects other people. I don't want to wear the color
Right.
blue. I don't want. Nobody's going to tell you what to do. But if you sneeze in public, don't you put your hand in front of your face? If you're yawning in public, don't you cover your face? I don't cover my face when I'm at home because there's nobody around. So, and those are not life-threatening events. If you're willing to cover your face when you're sneezing, which is not a life-threatening event, why wouldn't you
Mm-hmm.
get a vaccine, which could be a life-threatening event for you and for others?
Well, Gene, I'm glad that you're staying safe in the crazy country that we're living in. But now I do want to ask, where can we find out how to get the guitar and all that information on your world tour?
Go to Google and Schmoogle or just ask Siri, hey, where can I find out about Gene Simmons and Gibson and the G squared basses? It'll give it to you right away. Easy peasy.
Easy peasy, easy peasy. Gene Simmons, you take care. You have a great day, and thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure and an honor to get to meet you. And I've been listening to your music with Kiss for a very long time. So what an honor to get to have you on the platform.
Thank you, boss.
Take care. Bye-bye.